Hi all, this is video spitting out day, I guess. This is my fourth video so far today. I'd like to say that today I would like to speak about addiction and what it is not. For instance, there are different kinds of addiction. An addiction is actually if you are in the need of something to fulfill a certain aspect of your life. And addiction doesn't mean that you are a drug addict or anything. It just means that you simply can't live without this. For instance, I have many addictions. I can't live without humor. It's simply impossible. I can't live without thought for my mind. That is also an impossibility. I can't live without trying to figure out what things is and what they are not. I can't try to illustrate things probably or properly without learning first. So I'm addicted to learning too, and well, I think you get the picture. You can be addicted to anything in this world, and there is actually not anything that can make you unaddicted. The thing is, you choose what you are addicted of, and you find out that your addiction is maybe making videos or helping people or something else. But there are also things that you use in a daily life that to some seem like you are addicted, and to others they are just means of getting by. For instance, coffee. Coffee makes a lot of people too wrapped up, and they can't do shit, so they just sit down and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk or whatever. I have it like that for one, so therefore I don't drink like any coffee at all. It happens once seldom in a while, but it's not my style. I need something to slow me down because I'm in fact, or I used to be, I don't know anymore, I seem to stumble a lot, but I used to be so fast in my mind that I couldn't live probably or properly, and this made me find some things that you can feel addicted to, but that you won't never get addicted to it because it's simply not possible, and that is cannabis. That is something that I use for slowing down my system. This is just a way I do stuff. This is not a way that I want you to do stuff, because if you want to do stuff, you do stuff. That's not in my power to say, and it's not in my power to say you don't. What I also want to explain is in addiction there is something called junkie. A junkie is someone that goes for the rush in things. That means that, for instance, if you jump out of aeroplanes, you don't enjoy one jump. You have to have more jumps. Then you are addicted to the rush, and this is what is called a junkie. It is not necessarily or specifically sometimes I wish English was my first language. That would make everything so much fucking easier. But I would rather have we all learned how to speak Esperanto, because then we all have to learn something common and not just something that someone else is speaking. And it also brightens your mind to learn other languages. So just picking a language that is already spoken by a nation is not the way to go. Anyway, I got off topic there, and now I actually forgot what I was about to say. Fuck. Sometimes, man. Well, I know you want to say it's because of the weed and so on, but that's not the reality. Reality is my mind has so many thoughts, I can't seem to keep one thought concentrated or stuck in my mind. I know there are a lot of people that say, but these drugs work and these medications work and so on. Well, weed is my medication, that's life. But back to the addiction stuff.
Sorry there, I had to cut to read to get back on track. But you see, a junkie is basically any person doing anything in such a way that they can't live without doing this. So if you think I'm a junkie, or if you think someone else is a junkie, then consider this, look at yourself and see if you ain't a junkie for thinking too much or over-analyzing, or if you ain't a junkie for speaking your mind, or if you ain't a junkie for tearing down people, or if you ain't junkie for pointing out stuff with people, or any kind of personal attack, if you ain't a junkie for that, because maybe that is why you do it so much, if you do stuff like that. And this is to me also why people don't really understand addiction, because we are all basically addicted to thinking too much, analyzing everything too much, and we don't even see it like an addiction. Instead of just talking about it and doing something about it, like so many other people have done before us, and showing by example. And I find that talking is a good example of showing, even though I know a lot of people don't see it that way, but that's because they don't feel it's doing something. Well, it's trying to enlighten other people. It's the same as when you write a book, you try to do something for others. It's the same when you do something else. It doesn't matter whatever you do. It's everything you do that doesn't include just you sitting down and thinking is something that you initially want to do for others. So think a bit about that.